Hello, Bill.
Good morning, Mike. You have a good weekend, brother?
I had a good weekend, but I got some things to discuss with the both of you.
Oh, boy.
Beyond the NCAA tournament. I have had a weekend where I am shuddering. I am shuddering at the thought of a slippage year for both the fighting Phillies and the Philadelphia Eagles. I kind of tipped it off last week. I said, I'm not feeling that great about these two teams. A little attrition, a little familiarity. They can't stay at that level for the same time. I'm going to go over why I think it, first of all, for the Philadelphia Eagles. The core, is it better? Is the Eagles core better than what this horrible offseason has been so far? I know you don't want to call it horrible because everybody's a Howie lover. Oh, Howie get things done. Oh, Howie's great. They'll find a way to do something. I don't play that way. I look at the acquisitions and I go, this is what they replaced a lot of starters with? Harrison Bryant, Joshua Uche, Adoree Jackson, A.J. Dillon, Avery Williams, Kenyon Green, Patrick Johnson, Kylan Granson, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. This is what I'm supposed to buy? I'm supposed to buy that the core is supposed to absorb the lack of talent that they have brought in to replace guys they have lost. And I say, you know what? With the Super Bowl hangover, with the fact they haven't really replaced anybody, with the fact that maybe the guys in the front office of the Eagles are saying, we can take a gap year. We won the Super Bowl. I am not happy. I am not feeling good about the Eagles repeating. Now let's move on to the Phillies. Good. They're good, right? Got a great starting staff. Bill's been going crazy about their starting staff. And they've got all these hitters in the lineup. And they got Kepler in the lineup who it looks like an improvement in left field. However, I am not feeling the same way about the Phillies either. I look at the Phillies as a team that maybe the familiarity is too much. They've climbed a hill. They can't climb any further. The only way to go is down a little bit, which means they will not win their division and maybe not get to the World Series this year. And I'm looking at their bullpen. I got to be honest with you. I am not that happy about their bullpen. There are only 5 guys that you can count on in that bullpen right now. No, there are only 4 guys you can count on in that bullpen. When the likes of who's this guy? Chris Matt? Taiwan Walker? Those guys have to be on the roster? Bill, I need you and Ray to talk me off the ledge here. I don't see the same efficiency for both the Eagles or the Phillies. And I don't want to be an intentional hater, and this is not clickbait. I get these feelings every once in a while. I got this feeling when the Sixers started the season. I said, this is not going to be a good year. I got the same feeling about the Phillies and the Eagles, and we're going right into the teeth of Philly season. Am I wrong?
I didn't want to start our Monday like this, Mike. You want me to address the Eagles or the Phillies first?
I want you to address the Eagles first.
All right, so let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles for a second, because I understand your concern that maybe this season will be a step-back year in light of all the players that they lost, and you're right. The free agents that they've signed, they're taking flyers on guys that are going to be hit or miss, and most likely miss. These are guys who have not had a lot of success. But even if it is a step-back year, you are still talking about a contender in the NFC. Last season, what we watched, what all of us questioned the whole year towards the end, is this the best Eagles team we've ever seen in franchise history? They can take a step back from that and still be good. Mike, they had 18 wins last year. They won 14 straight games when Jalen Hurts started and finished. You're probably not going to do that again. They had the most points ever in a playoff run with 145. You're probably not going to do that again. They were a plus 228 point differential when you add their regular season and their postseason point differential. They had the second best regular season point differential, the best playoff point differential since 2002. They were a plus 50 in the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl alone. They had the number 1 defense in terms of yards against, the number 2 defense in terms of points against. So, yes, when you say a step back, I'm sure it's going to be a step back from that level of dominance. But you don't have to have that level of dominance to still be a very good football team
What are we talking
and be
about?
a contender.
Very good football team, contender? I'm thinking about going back to the Super Bowl.
And
That's
think
what I'm saying. I know their core is good.
I think they can, but what I'm saying is this team was arguably not only the best Eagles team we've seen in franchise history, but arguably the best Super Bowl team you've ever seen in the National Football League's history. You don't have to be that dominant to still repeat as Super Bowl champs.
Harrison Bryant, Joshua Uche, Dory Jackson, Avery Williams, A.J. Dillon, Kenyon Green, Patrick Johnson, Kylan Granson, Dorian Thompson, Robin. Are you kidding me?
You're looking at the free agents. And listen, I'm playing devil's advocate because I do have my concerns for some of these positions. But you're not necessarily asking Uche to replace Josh Sweat. What you're asking is Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt to replace Josh Sweat and Uche to replace what Jalix Hunt was. You're not asking Harrison Bryant to replace Dallas Goedert. I still expect them to maybe draft a tight end very high, but you got to hope Grant Calcaterra, who held his own last year, Goddard missed some games last year. You're not asking a Dory Jackson necessarily to be your starting corner. Maybe it's time for Keely Ringo to step up. You're not asking anybody that wasn't already on the roster to replace Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Maybe they feel Sidney Brown's ready to step up. When you look at the right guard, maybe it's not Kenyon Green. Maybe Jeff Stoutland, who's now seen Tyler Steen for a couple of seasons, says, you know what? This guy's ready. I think Tyler Steen's ready to step into that position. So you got to lean on some of your younger guys who are already here. And even if this roster is not as good as last year's, they could still repeat as Super Bowl champs, maybe not at the dominant level we got spoiled with last season.
Listen, anybody could. I'm just saying I'm feeling this kind of way. I'm feeling a little queasy in my belly. Now, remember last week I said their core is still good. They'll be able to. I've changed my mind. I don't know what has happened to me. Ray, tell me I'm crazy.
You're crazy.
All right. I'll take it. Good. I'll
Try
take
my
it.
best on this one.
I take it.
Like the Super Bowl high still got me going right now.
Super Bowl high. This is the thing. The high, you always come back to reality after the high. I'm already at reality. You know?
I'll see you in a few weeks.
The heroin doesn't stay in my veins very long. It comes out quick.
But once again, what could they have done? See, this was a very...
What could they have done? They could have gotten better players than that.
It was a very weak free agent pool. It was a weak free agent pool.
I want you to tell me. Harrison Bryant, Jonathan Ute, Dory Jackson, A.J. Dillon, Avery Williams, Kenny. Tell me how great you feel about that.
Offseason's not over, but when you look at the free agents that were available, there's a reason why Milton Williams was the big-ticket free agent. There's a reason why Josh Sweat got $76 million. It was a weak free agency this time around.
All right. Go ahead, Bill. Drink the Kool-Aid.
And I got some positivity for the Phils on the other side.
Oh, you do? Okay, we'll discuss that. In the meantime, if you want to participate in the elitist pool for the NCAA tournament, all you got to do is call 610-632-0975. Get on the air with a question or comment, whatever. I pick you a team. Like, for instance, I'll go into my little bag of tricks, and the first caller I picked out, Louisville, was the 8th seed. So you ride Louisville. I'm not going to win, but, you know, sometimes you get an 8, sometimes you get a 1.
You never know in March.
That's right. Mike Missanelli Show continues after this.
Hey, everybody, it's Bill Colarulo. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can engage during the show, and you're not going to want to miss all the content that we post. It's not only the live videos. It's videos after the fact. It's our shorts. It's all the content you want as a Philadelphia sports fan. Looking forward to connecting.